Let's go back in time to January this year when I started work on our master bedroom. New year, new room to make over. I'm in the master bedroom and I can't wait to get this makeover going. Because there's a wallpaper on the walls here, which is interesting, let's say. It's a pretty flower, but behind the flower there's like this really weird patterny thing, and I didn't realize that was there when we moved in. I spent ages trying to scrub it clean because it does really look like the walls are dirty until I realized it's part of the pattern. Yeah, so I can't wait to get that off. Then I'm gonna paint this room, and I'm gonna paint it a rather different color than you might think I'm gonna do. I'm known for all my whites, light colors, pastels. I'm gonna do something completely different here, and I think I might even paint all the wood in here as well to match the same color as the walls. There's a lot of little cupboards here that lead to the water heater and water storage, and like an eaves cupboard there. And then I'm gonna have to build a new bed, because look behind me there, you see the headboard that's built into the wall. Very inconvenient. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that because it will be too big of a job and too expensive to take it out. So I'm gonna leave that, but it means I need to build a new bed that doesn't have a headboard, because our headboard against the built-in headboard means there's not enough space to walk around the bed when you come into the door. But the main challenge of the makeover is keeping our floor. As you can see, there is a very let's say interesting color green floor here. It's like a dark avocado green, and it's in good nick. And changing the floor would drastically alter the budget of this makeover. I don't want to spend any money. It's January, nobody's got any money, especially this year, the cost of living. So we're gonna do this makeover trying to use materials we already have. So carpet staying, and I'm just designing the room around what's already there. Okay, so the top layer comes off okay, but then you have the paper layer here. I got lots of the paper off, or the top layer of the paper is. Some bit is really stuck, can't get it off. But it's school pickup time now, so I'll do a little bit more later tonight. And then tomorrow, I see if I can steam off the backing paper. It is steam day! I'm not looking forward to this. I really don't like steaming, especially not when it's -2 outside and have to have the windows open because the steam needs to go away. But yeah, that's the wallpaper off. So let's go. So that's the wallpaper. I peeled that off. That has a backing. And then leaves also a lining paper. So I need to strip off 3 layers of paper. Oh, did I show you the ceiling? You know when I said I wasn't doing the ceiling? This lowered ceiling bit here by the window. I peeled a little bit of the paper off to see what was underneath it, and then I just got everything off. And I do think it's gonna look nicer. But now what to do with this textured wallpaper? It's 2 weeks later. I got really busy with work, so I sort of didn't have time for the bedroom. I did had it go 3 days ago for a few hours. It got lots off. There's still a little bit left here behind me. I have a spare hour now, so I'm gonna try and see how much I can get off. But yeah, can't wait to get this wallpaper off because I really want to start painting now and build a new bed. It is wallpaper time, or wallpaper for the little bit of our bedroom. This is the area that Ian uses for his computer. And I wanted to put a really nice Ute wallpaper on here, like a nice textured, maybe really soft green or a beige. But when I showed it to Ian, he's like, no, way too plain, I want something more fun. So I took him shopping and he picked out this. It is, I bought it in the range, and it's from Art House, and it's called Vintage Parrot Multi. So it's great. It has pattern, it has a bit of interest, and it's very 70s, so it's very in keeping with this house. So this little area here, it's gonna have parrots on. as always, I only had like an hour to do a bit of work. But on the arch, and I started on the side there. I'm gonna pick up the kitty from school and I'll continue tonight. It's time to really crack on with this room. I really want to have it finished this week. It's Monday now, and by Friday I want to be in here and sleeping in a beautifully decorated room. So fingers crossed that's gonna happen. But the mattress is gone now, so I can take the bed apart. I will reuse bits of this bed for the new build. So I'm gonna take the slats out and I'm gonna reuse the metal inside there as well for the new bed. So in a way I'm only gonna build a new surround for the bed. But all this needs to go. And then as you can see, I put primer on most of the walls now. Not this one yet. I thought that would be way easier to do once the bed is gone. So first things first, let's take this bed apart. And as you can see, this bed had quite a lot of makeovers. It's an IKEA malm bed. First makeover was painting it white, which you can see there. Second makeover was turning into a 4-poster bed, which I still absolutely adore, but didn't fit in here because the ceilings are too low. But yeah, you can see little screw holes for that there. And then the third makeover in the last house, I made it into a faux wooden beam bed with the vinyl planks there. Really worked well. And it's been on for, gosh, 5 years, 5-6 years. It came off here in the corner when we moved, and a bit came off there when we moved, but everything else stayed on perfectly well for 6 years. Bed's gone. Now I can crack on with getting the last bit of wallpaper off. Don't really need to because it's behind the bed anyway, but might as well get it all done. Start priming that, and then the paint should arrive this afternoon, so I can start painting maybe as well this afternoon. Exciting. Good morning from a very white bedroom. Look at this, all the walls are white now. And I did finish a bit of the prepping last night, so there's tape everywhere. I'm just going to the floor. And then it's time for paint. And I'm equally excited as slightly terrified because it's a color I normally would never use, and it's very dark and I'm used to doing everything very white, so it's a little bit exciting today. So I'll put this plastic on the floor, this film, to protect the carpet. Not quite sure. One roll didn't got me very far. It's very difficult to put on. I still had to tape most of the edges for a neat finish. And also, it's using a lot of plastic. So, do you know, is there a paper alternative to this? Or do I just put brown paper down? But yeah, it's done for now. So, off to painting! I'm using coat paint. I've never used coat before, so I'm curious how that's going. I got my paint tray, a rag, a brush for cutting in, the thing to open the paint in, and I always use these paper things that come when you order your paint to put a paint tin in once I've opened it. And let me tell you about this brush. I also ordered a new roller from Coat, and it's so soft. It's like a teddy bear. I really don't want to use it. I just want to give myself a massage all day. But yeah, time to get cracking, but oh, so soft. What I normally do with paint rollers, I get a bit of masking tape and I just put it around the roller to get all the fluff off, because otherwise that's the fluff that's going to end up on your wall. But somehow I have a feeling this one doesn't have a lot of fluff that comes off. Completely clear. Yeah, if you have a roller that's not great quality, just wrap it in masking tape like this all the way around so you get all the little bits of fluff off. So I'm going for the colour Tobacconist, which is, as you can see, a very nice deep olive. It's got a nice warmth to it as well. Let's put you there. Let's give you a little stir. Okay, let's start cutting in. I don't have to be too precious about the timber frame here, because that's going to be painted too. Same colour, only I'm using the wood paint for that and not the wall paint. That's the first coat done. Done everything, look. Remember, first coat doesn't need to be perfect. It's okay to be completely patchy and uneven because it's just the base coat. When we go over it again the second time, that's where everything's going to get very nice and neat. I wasn't quite sure if I had enough paint for the ceiling, but as I only used half the tin of my 2.5 litre tin, I went on the ceiling too. It's going to be quite tricky to paint the thing because it's quite textured, that wallpaper, but look at that. I'm in my little moss green cave. I am loving it. Okay, it's darker than it was in the white. Ooh, especially like this when there's no daylight. It's a very grey day today, but I absolutely love it. So now we need to wait 4 hours and then do a second coat. I think it's time for lunch and time to walk the dog. So when I said the whole room is going to be the same colour, the whole room is going to be the same colour. I have painted the ceiling and the walls and the trim, the skirting and all the cupboards. I'm going to get a coat of the tobacconist paint too. Only this one is the paint for wood and metal. So if I got enough paint left over, I will paint the radiator too. I'm ready for day 2 and coat 2. I think it's good. It's nice when you walk up the stairs, it's like going into a dark little cave, a bit like a bear cave. But yeah, I'm liking it. So plan for today is doing the second coat on the walls and the ceiling, and hopefully that should be it for those. And then do a second coat on all the trim. As you can see yesterday I did do a little bit more of the trim, and look, I think I really should paint the radiator as well. But as the radiator comes on a couple of times a day, because it's still quite cold, it's only February, I might wait with that until the summer, until the radiator's not on anymore. But I'll look into that, how to paint it with the coat paint. But first, let's get painting. The cupboards definitely need another coat, so there'll be 3 coats on them. But I think the walls and all the skirting look great. So the plan for the bed is to cut all the timber to size and then stain it. And then I'll take it upstairs and put it together. As you can see, not very glamorous where I am in my garage. Okay, the wood is stained and it's time to build the bed. And I'm gonna go for a very simple bed build. I know there are way more beautiful designs out there. There are designs out there where you can't see any screws when you use pocket holes. There are more prettier designs out there, but I want to build a bed that anybody can build. This is a very simple, anybody, even if you don't have any experience building, can build this bed. Look at that beautiful drawing. So yeah, we're going to have 2 side planks that's going to have the frame from the old bed inside and little legs. I'm going to put those on 7 centimeters. This is going to be on 7 centimeters, so I have enough space on the bottom for some storage boxes. Then when that is in place, I'm going to pre-drill some holes on the front and the back pieces, and then I'm going to take it all into the bedroom and screw it together. So it's going to be attached here and over there. Then the middle is going to have the metal beam again that was in the old bed, and then the slats can go back on. As you can see, I didn't stain the inside of the bed because, well, don't really need to. I'm going to mark 7 centimeters because the legs are going to be attached to the first 7 centimeters. So the leg is going to sit just underneath that line. Right here, and then the metal frame is going to go on top. So first going to pre-drill some holes here. I do have to keep in mind where the other screw holes are going to go. So I got a 4mm to pre-drill all the holes and a 10mm to make the holes a little bit bigger so the screw head falls in it. And then I'm going to have these screw caps that's going to hide the screw from the outside. Actually, the 10mm is making a lot of splintery bits, so I'm just going to use my countersink bit. Don't always like the countersink because it doesn't give a perfect circle, but I think in this case it's a bit smoother. that's one leg attached. Let's do the same on the other side. I really don't have a lot of space to film this. Hope you can understand what's going on. So now the frame that I got from the old bed can go on top of the legs, and I can screw this in at certain places, and then we just do the same for the other side. So that's one side on, and now we just need the second one. 2. I'm just marking where I'm going to pre-drill the front and the back piece, and then it's just the middle support I need to pre-drill and actually cut the size. We're going to put the bed together first and then measure up where that will go. So now all the pieces are prepped, I'm going to have a little break and defrost my hands because they are absolutely frozen solid. It's like 5 degrees outside and very cold here in the workshop. And then, yeah, I carry everything upstairs and put it together. All the pieces are here. Let's screw it together. I'm not going to use any glue as I want to be able to take the pad apart again, just in case I want to get it out of this room, because when I glue it together, it's just there. If I want to ever take it out, I do need to chop it up. Now comes the scary bit. Is this actually 160? It is. Great. It is. Brilliant. You build this bed from scratch, and of course you don't have the metal beams that I have because I took my old bed apart. You can use square timber for that. Just put a bit of timber on the side so the slats can rest on there, and a bigger piece of square timber in the middle from the top to the bottom, so you get a nice sturdy bed. As it has the wood in the middle, the slats, and it also has 4 cross braces, metal ones, I think I don't need the extra support from left to right, but I do need 2 extra legs for the feet. But what I can do, I can just put the legs underneath the steel beam, because there's little holes in here. I can just drill straight through the metal beam into 2 extra legs, so it has the weight as well of the bed in the middle. So on the leg, which is 20 centimeters, goes underneath the metal beam, I just put a little block, a little wooden block. So this sits in the metal beam because it's hollow on the inside. Will give a bit of sturdiness to the bed. And yeah, that should be it. Would have been a lot easier if this beam in the middle was just timber, so I can just screw the legs right in. So now the bed has 2 extra legs in the middle. My IKEA bed came with these cross braces that go from the middle to the end, and then one from the middle to that end. That is just so the bed is a little bit more stable. So I'm gonna reinstall those 2. The bed is almost done. It's time to make some dinner, so I'll finish the rest tomorrow. Look what I finished last night. Yay, the bed's there! I gave another coat of stain, put the cross braces in, and made 2 little tables, so just semicircles that I attached to a bed surround. But yeah, looking cute. And now comes the most important part, putting the slats back in. These cross braces are just so the timber doesn't sort of wobble this way. If you don't have those, if you use wooden slats inside your bed, just screw them in place every now and then, because mine are loose. But if you screw them in place every now and then, just a few screws there, a few screws there, it would have the same effect. So you don't need these metal cross braces. So the slats are in. So now see if the new mattress fits. So we'll be doing a separate video just on this mattress, an honest review 6 months later, what I think of our new Panda mattress. So now I just need to wait 6 hours for this to fill with air, or I could use this new surroundings. And it's ready to test out. While we wait for the mattress, let's get on with some other jobs, like curtains. Tidying this mess. Styling. The bench. Let's do some before and afters. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's so much information to cram into one video, but I quite like the idea of you just following me along over several weeks, because it did take that long to do. It's not just 2 days, it is 2.5 months I think I worked on there, because well, life, small child in the house, and also other things I have to do. But yeah, so it's a real take on how I done the bedroom from starting to end. If you enjoy it, please leave me a comment to see what you think, especially of this wall color. I love the dark green. It's something I've never done before. All my previous houses were very light, but it's really cozy, especially now winter is coming around again. It's nice. And just so you know, I still haven't painted that radiator. I was gonna do that this summer and completely forgot about it, and now the heating's on again. I think I might have to wait until next spring. So remind me, paint the radiator next spring. Yeah, please leave me a comment and hit that notification bell not to miss out on any of the updates I have coming for you of the house, because quite a lot of videos I haven't edited yet. So yeah, stick around, follow me along in my 70s bungalow.